Some may be wondering what doctor's appointments look like for mom. Well, now is the day to see a sneak peek into this aspect of mom's journey. Well, long before even getting there are hours of preparation at home, and then 1.5 hours to get to the hospital in Little Rock, where most of mom's appointments take place. This trip, we had 4 appointments in one day, mostly to try to figure out why mom is still having drainage from her stoma. It was a lot, but definitely makes sense to get as many appointments in one day as possible, since the trip is so long and involved. All along the way, there's always little things to keep us on our toes. There's stretches to do to keep mom as comfortable as possible, things to laugh at. There's suctioning and cough assist to do, as well as giving mom water and food whenever needed. There's also times to adjust the Toby eye gaze machine, mom's sole source of communication. Even a time to run back to the car to get the cord for the Toby machine since it unexpectedly died. There's also many people to give mom's cards to and connections to be made everywhere and anywhere. You just never know how a simple smile or encouragement can change someone's day for the better. Thankfully, Dad drove the wheelchair around the whole way. Otherwise, we may still be there now trying to find a way out. No, I'm not that bad. But anyways, we fill up an elevator pretty well since mom's chair barely fits in sideways. Well, after all the appointments, finally we started back to the car with no definite answers and no extra fears either. The hospital by that time was emptying out and the evening was fast approaching. Thankfully, we had a great parking spot and a very convenient place right when you came out from the hospital. Well, the adventure wasn't yet over for us. At this point, we didn't know that our low-riding car was damaged underneath from the bumps in the parking garage. Soon after leaving, we realized that something was quite wrong when the heat gauge temperature started skyrocketing. We stopped in a ghetto place in town, called around for a good mechanic, hoping to find someone to help us so we wouldn't have to stay the night in our van. Things are a bit more difficult when our car is the only one mom can ride in, and mom was getting pretty uncomfortable at this point. Thankfully, the Lord answered our prayers and sent a mechanic to patch up our coolant line. Finally, we traveled back home and safely got there soon after 10 p.m. The Lord is faithful and will provide for you too in whatever you're experiencing today, even if it seems impossible in the moment. Well, I hope you all enjoyed going with us on this hospital trip.